Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Holy crap, I almost missed that, bitch. Good job. Excuse me. Whew, right on time. Holy cow. What's happening, fam? It's good to see you all tonight. It's good to see you guys. Make sure you're hitting that like. Tap that screen, y'all. I literally just finished my Dropastones video, my part 1. I was going to just make it one part, but I knew I had to be live at 11, so I just made it a part 1 and attached my live to it. I don't know if they're going to play it or not. We'll see. We will see. Hold up, y'all. I'm going to grab a water and then get my speaker up. Okay. Forget it. All right. Whew. All right. I literally just finished that video, dang it. I was hoping to get it done earlier, but it just took me a little longer than I thought. I guess I don't really need these earbuds in for my live. It's not like I can hear you guys anyway, right? Y'all can hear me, right? Hey, thanks, Alalan 3123. Connect this up here. Okay. Okay, it's working. It's just quiet. Ali Pro, what's happening, buddy? Haven't seen you around in a long time. Peterberg, what's up? And like I say, last couple lives, I'll follow anybody who donates for sure. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what happened last night, you guys. All of a sudden, I was just like, I don't know, suspended, so it sucked. But I appealed it, and they reinstated me today, so thank you, TikTok. It was very nice. I was excited. Traveler, huh? I wish, bro. Ooh, dehydrated. Guyana jungle? What? Nuh-uh. Thank you, Jess Marshall. Yeah, make sure you guys are hitting, tapping the screen for me, y'all. Give me some love. Get this live out there. I am having a decent evening, yes. Actually, it got a lot better when I, cheers, my friend. What's happening, Tyler Sheldon? Hello, how are you? Well, dude, I was gonna talk about, I was kind of hoping to get the video posted so you guys could watch, or at least some of you could. I did get it posted, the part 1, but it was like at 11 o'clock, right on the nose. So, no, Ark of the, bruh. No, but I know about that. Not John Hutchinson, but the Ascension Bible's version about the Ark of the Covenant. It's pretty crazy, dude. What I know, anyway, but I'm not sure what John Hutchinson says about it. Probably, could be something similar. What I read was that it's actually being protected, possibly by the Giza Pyramid, which is crazy. He remakes it. Check out John Hutchinson. Okay, I wrote a bunch of stuff down yesterday. Guy, I just haven't had time to really look at everything that you guys were talking about, or asking me to check out. Hold on, let me see here. Okay, right here. I got a bunch of stuff written down right here. Ashkaban, Brown Mountain Phenomena, couple other things. There's some good stuff. Dude, I haven't seen any UFOs in real life, dude. I wish I had, but pure gold, you said? I believe you, bro. I'm going to take your word for that. John Hutchinson. God, my handwriting's hideous. John Hutchinson. Okay. Ark of the Cove. All right. Covenant. Cool. I haven't seen any UFOs, guys, for real. I wish. Did you guys see, though, the video I posted today? It didn't get no love. What up, Goldberger? What's happening? I wish I had seen one. You're lucky to see one. Did you post it, Blue 22? How many views did it get? Get a lot of views? 24 different ships so far? For real, bro? They're real. They're put there. No kidding. Do you think any of them could be holograms? I believe there's something in the ocean. I think something ripped apart that submarine that I forget the country that it would come from. I just read it yesterday, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's tough to get views. Dude, honest to God, I've posted some really sweet videos of UFOs that haven't gotten crap for views. Yeah, dude, I know, right? That monster in the ocean. There's something down there. I have a funny feeling there's just something roaming down there. So I was watching videos one day. I want to say it was a SCP. It was a SCP. Not a creepypasta, but a SCP, right? It was nuts. I read about this. So I went on a little SCP Foundation kick for a while there, not too long ago, and I was reading, or actually not reading. I was watching them on YouTube, and I was watching SCPs that were just like blowing my friggin' mind, right? Baba Vega, that one is weird as all get. Baba Vega, and then there was another one. Oh, I forget what number it was. But it was some sort of being that was like tall, had 2 legs, bipedal, right? Thank you, Stokes. Appreciate you on that one. Give them a follow, guys. If they donate, give them a follow if you can, if you catch them. I just don't have time to write them all on the board, fam. Oh, stop it, Miss Engarde. Why do everybody do that in lives? You guys are funny with that shit. Always somebody behind me. So, anyway, the SCP that I was reading about was this ocean creature, right? Okay, check this out. This one really creeped me out. Like, even in the shower, like, I had to, like, force myself not to think about it because I was just psyching myself out. I mean, you know, there's rumor that SCPs are true. So, I don't know what you guys think. But I think some of them could be true. Do I believe all of them are true? I don't. But I believe some of them could be true. And there is, contrary to popular belief, there is an SCP Foundation. okay? For just that, anomalies that are unexplainable. Anomalies that are unexplainable. On my other platforms, you guys, go check it out. I just posted the craziest video ever. I couldn't post it on here, but on Insta and YouTube, I posted it. Somebody mentioned me in this video, right, about these dudes, SCP, Secure, Contain, and Protect. Secure, Contain, and Protect. It's supposedly a foundation that was put here to capture and experiment on entities of unknown origin or are fantastical existence. Things that are beyond the earth, weird and odd. Mostly a lot of times they will, like, so, who's seen the movie? Oh, it's where they, oh shoot, what is that dang movie? Where they got them big creatures. There's like a big werewolf, and they have like tentacles, and this lady's behind it all. Wild ass movie, but those are like SCPs, like something just out of this world that's really creepy, and it's evil a lot of times. They're most of the time they're malicious and evil, and yeah, they are found all over. Rampage, yeah, my guy. Thank you, Augie. Rampage. If y'all have seen Rampage, man, you remember that for PlayStation 1? Who remembers that? Rampage for PlayStation 1. What'd you know about that? That shit's old school, bro. Old school. Hell yeah. You'd smash all the buildings. Epic. I used to play that game for hours. Just smashing buildings. Crazy. But anyway, yeah, like creatures on Rampage are considered SCPs, right? So, and they're designated a number. They're designated numbers, like SCP 536 or 132 or whatever. They're designated a number, and then they go into in-depth detail on a lot of times how it was captured, and then what capabilities it has. Usually, they have capabilities unknown to man, like they're out of this world capabilities, like crazy stuff. So anyway, this ocean dwelling SCP I read about was absolutely freaky. So a lot of times when at the facility, they'll run experiments on, and unfortunately a lot of times they'll use people, okay, supposedly. And this particular case, they were using a volunteer prisoner. Now, ex-con, right? Or not ex-con, but a convict. They would take volunteer prisoners often to do SCP experiments on. And they would volunteer and unknowingly. Yeah, make sure you guys are hitting that like. Get this out here. So, they would use prisoners who didn't know what the hell they were getting into, okay? So, they bring this prisoner in, they sit him at a table. And they set this pamphlet down and just tell him to start reading. And he starts reading it. And he's reading this graphic, detailed, basically like description of this creature. It's like a shark, but not quite. It's got other features from other ocean-dwelling creatures and anomalies. Almost like a Cthulhu, but more like a Frankenstein Cthulhu. It has other creatures involved with it. It's got multiple eyes, and it's got the sharp teeth, but it's got maybe tentacles coming out the side here, and this coming out the side there. It's just the most horrible looking anomaly that you could ever describe. And this prisoner's reading it along, and he's going, what am I reading this for? Why am I reading this? Well, they said after he reads it, and they do this for a couple days, and they tell him to read it, and it's the same thing over and over again. Well, then they take him and they hook him up in these like chains or whatever, and they have him hooked to this cable that'll pull him up out of the water really fast. And they take him and they drop him in the water. Okay? And all of a sudden, he wakes up and he is in the abyss, in the ocean. I think they actually even put like a type diving suit on him, like some sort of pressurized diving suit on him. He ends up in the abyss at a depth of like, it's deep, and he's just sitting there like, whoa, what is going on here? You know, he's freaking out. He doesn't know where the hell he is, and all of a sudden, he sees something in the distance, and it's like dark. It's dark and it's huge. Like, you're talking megalodon huge. And it's kind of just swimming, and it at first it doesn't notice him, and it's just swimming. And he said it's the most horrendous thing he had ever seen. He was more scared than he ever been in his life. And he's describing it as having one eye that's down here, lower on its front end, and then one eye that's up here, and you know, just the nastiest creature you'd ever seen. And as it's swimming by him, all of a sudden, it stops. And it turns to him. And then it just comes right at him. And it tries to bite him. But before it bites him, the SCP team pulls him back out of the water. And he's back where he was supposed to be. And of course, he's freaking out. What the hell what was that? What was going on? Blah, blah, blah. So, supposedly, this SCP creature is a manifestation by you, but it's real, and it's been multiple cases. Okay, so what you do is you have to read a absolutely detailed description of this creature, right? And when you do, if you jump in water, or even it gets worse as it goes. These people all end up having a severe phobia of water, to the point where they won't even drink it. They'll end up dying of dehydration first. They are so scared of what it produces, okay? So, this prisoner is so freaked out that, of course, he grows a phobia to water. And they are ruthless, dude. This SCP Foundation's ruthless. They make him go back, and they make him go back in. And they are trying to study this and and where it's at. They want to know where it's at. They want to know how you get there. And it must be some sort of portal. And they want to know how basically they can kill it, right? Now, they're thinking it could be somewhere off planet. But who's to say? You know what I mean? Who's to say it's not on planet? But they do this over the course of years. They do this experiment on this particular creature, and they have multiple deaths. Like, oftentimes they will get them to, like, they have a trigger, like a button that they send with them. Now that I think about it, they have a button, and it's like a beacon. Oftentimes they'll get them out, but sometimes they won't hit the beacon in time. And they will, and they always know, and it's crazy because when they described it, they said they always know when the creature got them, because the water back at the lab will turn bloody. Crazy. The water back at the lab will turn bloody. So, it gets so bad. And you guys sitting at home can manifest this if you don't watch it. It's only, like, say if you're in the shower and you start thinking about this creature, right? And it's a threshold. So if you think about it and manifest and dwell on it enough, you will create this monster. And it will get so bad that if you step in a puddle of water, just a puddle, you'll freaking disappear and you'll end up there like clockwork. That's what they say. Sugan. Okay, is that what that's called, bro? Hey, I appreciate that. I knew somebody in here would know what. I didn't know exactly. So it's Sugan. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's supposedly, you know, you guys, I was reading I'll have to refresh on some SCPs, y'all, and we'll rock some out on the lives, because dude, they're awesome. They're freaking awesome. Like, even if they're not true, they're amazing. Have you ever read the Garfield one, bro? Or watched the Garfield one? I'm sure it's cap, but that particular one's cap. But some of them are possibly true. Is it really Sugan, bro, or were you messing with me? Yeah. Is that Sugan, Luke B? That's what's up. You're into that? Was it a joke? Okay. Well, either way, at the end of the day, either way, bro, either way, it could be something along those lines. Something that is undiscovered, creepy as shit, and, at the end of the day, yeah, the story was awesome. And do you guys realize, I know you guys say it's a joke, but do you guys realize, and the more you watch my page, I'll point this out. Everything with any validity at all has been debunked, has been an art project, and has been discredited by the media. So, I'm just saying, I don't care. I don't care if it was said to be a joke. At the end of the day, nobody really knows. What about the Baba Vega? Do you guys believe in her? Did you guys believe that one? Did you believe the Baba Vega SCP? That one was creepy as crap to me. That one was really creepy. No, I don't believe in unicorns and leprechauns, but I will guarantee you at some point on Earth, unicorns have existed. There's no doubt. I guarantee you unicorns have existed. And probably leprechauns too, considering there's dwarfs all over the Earth as we speak. Bro, if you don't think that people have the ability to move Earth, move water, Avatar style, you are kidding yourselves, man. You are kidding yourselves. If once you find your chakra, and dude, no, I'm telling you, bro, people can move things it's true. You look it up. Look it up. I'm telling you. Hey, go watch Witch Talk, bro. His might not be 100% real, but guaranteed, dude. Absolutely, Hollow Earth's real. Aliens and everything, bro. Hey, you can manifest an encounter if you don't watch it. Bro, you can manifest reality. If you don't think you can, you need to really reconsider and start reading it. Yeah, telekinesis. It's freaking real. Yeah, monks can do some crazy shit. There you go. Did you hear? So how about that monk? There you go. Perfect example. Thanks, bro. What about that monk that caught himself on fire? Didn't even move the whole time. Sat in meditation. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because he was out of his body. He was in his astro. He wasn't even in his vehicle. I guarantee you. That's why. Or the statue that they found. That they broke open, and it literally had a monk in meditation in it. But he was dead. He was bones, but still. But still. Hold on here. Sha-cha, sha-cha, sha-cha. My car insurance has lapsed. Teleportation? The government has figured it out. So nobody believed you or your little brother. What's up? Hold on. They control your mind. Dolores Cannon. Yeah, absolutely. Dolores Cannon. Look at some of her, man. She's amazing. I love her stories. Yeah, they'd bind their skulls. Yeah, they I've heard about that. But there was some beings that were born with elongated skulls too. You saw a mothership? Me and my brother, nobody believes you? That's okay. Most people don't want to believe you. That's the problem. Jake Hawk. What's up, bro? trying to get some clout out here? We all want it, don't we? Oh yeah, most definitely. What's your take on God? I don't like religion in my lives, guys. Yeah, monks have done some wild stuff. I guarantee you. We just aren't at that point in our human development yet. One consciousness, law of one, one with the elements. It's real stuff. I mean, it's possible. We don't even begin to fathom what the higher beings on this earth are capable of. Period. Time travel, teleportation, wormholes, all of it. Hey, I'm telling you right now. There's a movie that's coming out soon. And once again, they do this every time. Predictive programming. Okay? They have a time travel movie coming out really soon. Alright? And it's because they're going to drop time travel on us sooner or later. Spirit Science on YouTube? Cool, I'll check it out. Spirit Science on YouTube. Cool. I can dig it. Did you guys see some of them scary videos that I was posting? The creepy ones? Did you see the one? Did y'all see the one where that dude is in front of his store and the dude walks by him and taps him on the shoulder and he turns around and all of a sudden the gate on a box truck whoosh flew past him like high speed and it might not have killed him, but it would have really messed him up. Some people were saying that it could have been his guardian angel or him from a different time or a different dimension. Yeah, I'm in a fifth wheel, dude. This is my, office, if you will. That needs to be done to your ceiling? Sure, go ahead, bro. What do you see? You really see something that needs to be done? Oh, it looks pretty clean to me. Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Yeah, dude. You guys believe it was a guardian angel? Chippewa 999. What's up, dude? Where you from? Are you from Mount Pleasant area? The Chips? Yeah, dude. I couldn't believe it. It's so weird how that guy walking past him, dude, there's just no explanation for it. There's just no explanation for it. How could he, and why would he tap him on the shoulder like that? I just don't, unless he was, what are the chances? I used to do that in school, you know what I mean? Kids would walk by and they'd tap somebody on the shoulder and then they'd look, I'd be like, ha, ha, ha. But, dude, I don't see it being that. I just see it being the fact that he walked by, tapped him on the shoulder, and he was warning him to get out of there because that gate was coming. What's up, Georgia? Those LED... Dude, hey, somebody else told me that. These LEDs have microphones. What do you mean? Are you guys serious, y'all? Liver illness? Why do you ask that? That's weird. Do I have liver illness? Odd. Yeah, and then the dude disappeared. No, you're not crazy, girl. Don't ever let anybody tell you you're crazy. You saw what you saw. You're good. I believe you. How do you exploit the mics in them, Luke B? I don't get it. Mics for who and what? No, you are not alone. There's so many sightings. Go check out my second to last. That skin, the yellow tint thing. I think it's my lighting, y'all. I think it's my lighting. I don't know, because I usually don't. Cool, I'm glad I'm popping up on your... Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. This mic is different. I'm not used to it, guys. It's a little louder. I'm used to having to yell because my phone mic isn't that great. So, I apologize. No. Honest to God, this light here in front of me, does it still look yellow? Yeah, it's that light, see? Haha. Maybe I should dim it a little. Is that better? That's kind of better. Okay, I'll run it like that. Jaundice? What the hell's jaundice? So can I use those mics, Luke B? Son ripped to pieces. What? Soap? What's jaundice? You guys are freaking me out. What are you talking about? Yeah, I will make videos about urban legends, Ali Pro. No, I haven't seen Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Surprised I like rap? Why are you surprised I like rap, bro? It's my favorite. Soap. I'm confused on the soap, guys. Okay, jaundice is a liver disease. Nope. The LEDs are listening to me. That's funny. All right. It's not plugged in, so it's off. Yeah, that one does. Yep, that's my JBL speaker. So? I'm white, so I can't listen to rap? Calm down. Who cares? They're trying to make fun of me? I was wondering that. That's okay, though. It's all in good fun. I laugh at it. So, if Gov wants to listen to me, they ain't even worried about all that. They're gonna listen to me. They don't need microphones. You guys ain't scaring me at all. I sleep good every night. With one by my side, too. So, anyway, the Freemasons. Okay, I'll run some Freemason stuff. Know about the Freemasons? No, I didn't go to CMU, nope. But I live nearby. I almost played football there. I did. What's up, girl? I'm trying to get you to look at what I'm saying. I have not tapped into my third eye yet. Haha, I wish. That painting? Yeah, I did a video on that. What? Ooh, nice, girl. Judy? Sure, send them to me. Check out, fifth generation Freemason. That's what's up, dude. Cool. Gilgamesh was a Mason, huh? Alright. I have not experienced a succubus. Actually, dude, I've been thinking about doing a video on them, though. Gilgamesh. Yeah, you know what crazy about them Helltown videos? If you guys watch that, if you guys are new to my page, check it out. The Helltown series, Helltown USA. That was like my first video where I really, really killed it and went viral. It had like, I got to like 8.5 million on that one. So, I talked about how there was supposedly an underground base there. The people in Helltown actually got evicted out of their houses because of it was an act by one of our presidents in the 70s that allowed them to displace anybody for a national conservation or something like that. They could displace anybody from their homes if they wanted to conserve the land that they were on. So, anyway, they got displaced, and then shortly after, weird stuff started happening in the area. They had started having sightings, and like supposedly satanic cults and everything run worship there. They run rituals there. But then there's a rumor that the government was actually doing human experimentation there as well. And anyway, long story short, Helltown, I think because of that video, you guys should check it out. Because of that video, I think so many people visited, because everybody in the comments kept saying how they were visiting Helltown. I'm going to go check it out. I live nearby there. I'm going to go check it out. I think so many people visited Helltown that they actually ramped up security there for a while. Because I had a friend tell me that when they went there, they no sooner stepped on the land, and there was 3 officers on top, dude, on top of them, and just they didn't waste no time. And they were there right like as if they were waiting. So I think my video actually started a whole like wave of people going to visit Helltown, USA, and yeah, I imagine they were like, what is going on here? All of a sudden, you know, because there was probably, God, there had to have been a few hundred, 300-400 people that commented on my videos that ended up going to Helltown and actually visiting it. People were asking me to, all kinds of stuff. So. No. But yeah. So anyway, these Dropa stones. Judy B got me nervous. No. So these Dropa stones, y'all. I did a video on it right before this live. Okay. So a professor from Beijing University in 1938, right? He went to the Bayankara Ula Mountains. Weird name. Bayankara Ula Mountains. They're a mountainous range between Tibet and China. And he discovered a cave network that was cut perfect, square. The cave network was cut perfectly, and the walls were vitrified as if whatever did it was using some sort of heat source, like a plasma-based technology or something along those lines. And the hieroglyphs that they found on these walls were amazing. They weren't regular hieroglyphs that like you would draw on the walls with like rocks and colored stone. These were etched into the walls, into the stone. And they were very finite and very detailed. Okay? So it wasn't by accident that they discovered this cave network. They were actually going through regular cave networks that had already been discovered. And somehow they stumbled upon this one, okay? And instantly the professor, Chipu Te is his name, Professor Te. He knew instantly that there was something special about these caves, okay? This particular network. And there's a lot of Mount Kailash as well. There's a lot of mountainous ranges in Tibet and near Tibet area that are absolutely ancient, and the relics they found in them, they don't even disclose because they're so amazing. They're so advanced that they don't want to scare the masses. They don't like, for some reason, they don't want to share that type of stuff with us yet. Kind of like if you guys watched my video on the Buseji Mountains, same concept. Energy shields, holograms, giants, you name it. They found it in the Buseji Mountains. And they also have found it in Mount Kailash as well. But it's not as exposed for obvious reasons. But anyway, so these are probably close to the same, maybe close to them Mount Kailash mountain range. But anyway, so as they are walking through this vast cave network, checking out these hieroglyphs, they're depicting a star map. Beautiful star maps that are detailed of what looks to be our solar system, and then they even they had lines drawn. Whatever being made these had lines drawn to planets all over, like almost as if they had been there, right? So they're going through this cave network, and they continue on, and they eventually find this cavern, right? And it's a burial site. It's a burial site. And they're like, oh my God, what have we discovered here? This is insane. So they start looking, and they find, and they excavate. They excavate because the professor is a archaeologist. Okay, and that's his subject. He teaches archaeology, and he's an archaeologist. So obviously they have the equipment, and they excavate a couple of these graves. And what they find is absolutely mind-boggling. The beings that were in these graves were frail, and small, 4 foot tall, with bulbous heads. Okay, they weren't like boom bulbous. They weren't like E.T. gray bulbous, but they were bulbous. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than average, bigger than like you or I's head, and like nothing they'd ever seen before. They call them now the Dropas people, and supposedly some of them still exist over there today, which I can't believe. But as they were doing these excavations of these graves, right, one of the students stumbles over something in the ground. This is a very unshared story, you guys, by the way. It's it's not very renowned. It's low key. They kept it on the low. They kept it on the low, and they have since. So anyway, he stumbles over something in the ground, right? And it's sticking halfway out of the ground, and it's disc shaped. Okay? So they dig it up. It's a disc, right? It's a disc that is about 9 inches in diameter and 1 inch thick. It has spirals on it, and it has a hole in the center, almost as if it's a record, like a phonograph, like a record. Or not phonograph, it'd be it's just like a record player. It's like a 70s style record player. Had a hole in the middle, and it was depicting something that was amazing. It had a little alien dude on the front. It even had like octopuses and stuff like that, like almost as if that because I've read that, or at least heard that some people believe that octopus actually came from space, that they were riding on I find it hard to believe they were riding on a meteor, but they came from another planet, right? Well, this disc was depicting that, right? And they continued digging. They ended up finding over 700 of these Dropa stones, is what they're called. And at the time, the discovery was absolutely, it was huge. It was a significant discovery that potentially could have changed the course of human history as we know it, right? Because they dated them, right? So the professor digs it all up, and he gathers all the stones, and he takes them back with him, and he wants to decipher them. So he works on it, but he never really gets very far. Eventually, another gentleman gets a hold of them, and he starts working on deciphering them. And eventually, he brought it to his colleagues, and this was at the university. He brought it to his colleagues, and they said, "No way we are sharing this. This cannot be shared." But he found something amazing. He said that 20,000 years ago was when they first came here. And these Dropas come from the Sirius B star system. Okay? 20,000 years ago is when they first got here. They came to visit, and they left. Okay? And they always visit the same area, these mountains, the Bhayankara Ulas. Their elevation is really high, up to 7,000 to 10,000 feet above sea level. Okay? So they come here 20,000 years ago. They went back, and then they came back. So they came back, and here's the conflict right here. There's two accounts. Some people claim they came back 1000 AD after the death of Christ. Others claim that they actually came here 10,000 years ago. I'm more apt to believe 10,000 than 1000 AD, right? I'm more apt to believe that they were here 10,000 years ago. So it tells the story that they came from the sky, and the local Han, they called him the Han. Remember Mulan, the Han, lived in the mountains at the time and in the caves. And they write of how when they come from the sky, the Han watched them as they descended. They descended slowly. So it tells how the Han, throughout the entirety of the night, watched them. They come out of the caves to watch them, go back in, come out, go back in. And then they crash. All of a sudden, they crash land somewhere in the mountains. I don't know if they've ever discovered the that was my thought as I was reading this. I was like, where's the spaceship, yo? I want to find it, right? But they crash in the mountains, and then they basically go up to the people of the Han people, and they're obviously really scared. They're like, whoa, 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 what is going on? Like, at the time, we didn't even have flying tech, let alone, flying saucers. So they land, and they crash land, and they go up to the Hans, and they say, hey, we're stuck. We don't have any way to repair our ship. How do we get back? We don't have a way. There's no way. They don't know each other's language, obviously. They're not just talking to each other back and forth, but basically based on hand gestures and motion, they call them dropas now. No, this is a true story, bro. This is based on true events. Well, according to history, I mean, it is obviously it could be based on true events. This is the stuff they hide, though. But anyway, so they are talking to the Han people, and eventually the Han. At first, the Han thought they were scared. They thought they were going to be hostiles. Of course, that's natural. I mean, everybody. That's just human nature to naturally think that something we don't understand or know could be a threat, and that's actually just a good defense mechanism to survival. I mean, we kind of always do assume the worst, which is stupid, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's essential to survival to err on the side of caution. So they basically figure out that these beings are friendlies. They're friendly. They were just here to explore and discover, okay? But who knows? One wonders, could they be the creators of us? Could they have put us here originally? You never know. I don't know for sure. I can't say for sure, but possible. So they end up, basically, what happens is they end up staying, these dropas, and they end up making all of these little dropa stones, and they tell their story on them, okay? Supposedly they still exist today, remnants or descendants of them. They've obviously intermingled and all this stuff, but they were very powerful beings. They were very powerful alien entities. All right. At the time that they couldn't get back home, so they just hung out and stayed with us. Now the discs, right? They dated back to 10,000 BC, before Christ, and they depicted all of this information. It is said that they sent these discs to Russia. The discs have disappeared, by the way. That's not necessarily the end of the story. So they send a couple of these discs to Russia to get them dated. Russia decides to send a vibrational energy. Russia decides to send a vibrational energy through these dropa stones. You guys can hear me, right? They send energy through them, and they react as if they have the ability to almost turn on, as if you will, like almost, for example, in the Buseji Mountains in Romania. If you guys haven't checked those videos out, it's got 1.7 million hits. It's my last million hitter. I need another one really bad. 1.7 million hits, and it talks about this. The Pentagon makes a discovery in 2002. If you guys want to hear that, that's an awesome story. The Buseji Mountain story. I haven't ever told that in the live, I don't think. But they basically found this hall of records over in the Buseji Mountains, right? Just as they have under the Sphinx, the Giza Sphinx. There's a hall of records under there. And the records are on tablets, or they're stone tablets. But it is said that when they, almost like a smartphone, they slide their hand across these tablets, it's like all of a sudden something turns on in the room, and boom, they were 6 to 8 feet tall holograms depicting the origins of man, the origins of the universe, the history of everything that's happened to this planet from the beginning of its existence. It's amazing, you guys. You really should just look this up. I've done a couple videos on it. Actually, I don't even like to say the word, but this is how after I posted this particular story, I lost my account for a while. So I'm not saying, but I'm saying it's a good story. So in 2002, I'm gonna tell it. So in 2002, the Pentagon they called it esoteric satellite radar, or no, geodesic satellite radar. So in 2002, using geodesic satellite radar, the Pentagon, and what geodesic satellite radar is it, I'm pretty sure it discovers gravitational anomalies, gravitational changes within mountain ranges, on the ocean floor. Because when there's cavities in things, within that cavity is a gravitational change. It must be small, but regardless, since there's no actual entity or rock in there, there's a different gravitational pull, is what I'm thinking is geodesic satellite radar. So when they use this radar, they discover a large cavern in the Romanian mountains of Busegi. They're Busegi Mountains. And they had this mountain range also has a sphinx. All right? A sphinx. So it's the only other known sphinx in the entire world. This one is much more weathered, though, almost as if it's older than the Giza Sphinx. Okay? So they go to these mountains, and the tunnel entrance is thousands of feet into the side of the mountains. You cannot see it from the surface. They camoed it. Whoever built it camoed it to the point where you couldn't see it with the naked eye, no matter what you did. Okay? So they locate it using this radar, and then they get to this tunnel, right? This tunnel system, and they get to the entrance. This is crazy, guys. It's going to sound wild. So they get to this tunnel entrance, and they try to go through it. And all of a sudden, zzz, literally, 3 soldiers try to go through it, and they get shocked to death. Have a heart attack. Boom, instantly. With an invis force field. It's invis. Straight invis. And this, like I said, this was in 2002, guys. I don't even like sharing the website, because I get in trouble when I share the website. I don't like sharing it. So if you Google it, though, Google Busegi Mountains. Just Google Busegi Mountain tunnels. Check it out. So the mountains were perfect. The tunnels were perfect, right? And the mountains, actually, it's crazy. The mountains, if you look at them from a particular side, they look like an intelligent design. Okay? The mountains look like they had intelligent designs carved into the side, all up and down them. And they were of a weird ancient origin species. The species were weird. It looked like ETs. They looked out of this world. So anyway, the tunnels were perfectly carved. Once again, that's a common theme I'm seeing when ancient civilizations or possible aliens, ETs, built tunnels or did anything. They were sheerly perfect, always, just like the Giza pyramids. All the cutting of the rock and all that, all the tunnels, perfect. You know what I mean? The walls and the floors like marble polished. I mean, smooth as butter. So the ones going into the Busegi Mountains were on a certain angle, flush with the ground, and then they kick back. They go up and then they kick back, boom, like this. Perfect 26-degree angle. Okay? And the researchers, when they finally got in there, so what they had to do, real quick, I want to backtrack. How they got past the first force field, okay? How they got past the first force field And it's crazy because they found one of these in Baghdad, Iraq, too. Just the same, but smaller scale. They found them all over the world, guys. All over the world, even Antarctica. Okay? Even Antarctica. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it, guys. So, they found these caverns, okay, all over the world anyway. So they all had energy shields protecting not only the tunnel entrance, but there was another room. The projection room is what they call it, or the Hall of Records. This was 100 meters. This was 100 meters in diameter and over 30 meters tall. The shield around that was 10 feet or 10 meters from the top of the mountain or the cavern. So the dome above it was not quite touching the rock. It had an air gap. But for the longest time, the U.S. government, working with Romanian governments and the best scientists in the world, they could not for the longest time, they couldn't figure out how to get past these energy shields, right? I mean, of course, they tried the usual barbaric ways, blowing and freaking their way in or whatever. But eventually, they finally figured it out. And it took a gentleman who was spiritually aligned and intact. He was a very spiritual gentleman, and what he did somehow was he had to meditate it. He had to meditate and he had to tap into almost like his consciousness in a way. I don't think I can't green screen during my lives though. Unfortunately. I have to green screen if I want. I got to close out and then green screen it. Otherwise, I definitely would. I mean, enhance effects, maybe. What? Hold on. Oh shit. Haha. Okay. Ah, dude, that's way back. Shoot. I'm not prepared for this. You guys still there? Yeah, you're still there. Cool. Okay. Thank you for that, girl. I didn't realize that. For the longest time, I have never known. I just thought you. I swear in the beginning you had to actually start and green screen it before the live. I swear it. Well, here's okay. So here's a picture. Can I shrink myself? No. That's Professor Chipu Te. That's the creatures they found. The alien entities. That's one of the Dropa stones. Okay? That's one of the Dropa stones. Girl, you just changed my whole live atmosphere. You don't even understand what you just did for me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for that. So that's the Dropa stones over here. That's one of them, and then they found a bunch more. Okay? And let me see here. Here's another one of them. It's depicting. See, it's got the octopus. And then it's got the little alien dude. 4 foot tall. Okay. Oh, I had a bunch more than that, though. Okay, here you go. Here's another picture of them. So, here's what they look like, basically. There's one of the beings. Very similar to us in ways. Just smaller. Okay? Right here. Boom. And yeah, the stones depicted some of the most interesting stories that you'd ever hear. But anyway, I know I'm kind of jumping back real quick, but they disappeared anyway. The stones they're non-existent. Nobody knows where the heck they're at. No, I don't want to do that. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. Let me go back here. Hold on. Can you guys just hold up real quick? I gotta ask you guys something. Okay. Where are we at? Dang it. Oh, they're cool. Here's some more. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Sorry. Hold on, guys. There's a couple cooler Dropa stones here. There's another one. Look at the detail of them. That's one thing they said about these Dropa stones. Whatever made them, this is some of the hardest stone that you can find. So there's no way they carved it into the stone. They had to do it by a heat source of some sort, whether it was laser or what. WikiLeaks exposed U.S. leadership emails about Anunnaki. What? You kidding me, bruh? Hell no. WikiLeaks exposed Gov emails on Anunnaki. So there's actually two. You guys know that there's actually good and bad Anunnaki. I'll cover some good stuff. I'll start talking to you a little bit more about that Ascension Bible stuff here towards the end. Okay. I haven't talked to you guys much about the ancient civilization before Antarctica had ice either, have I? That's some good stuff. Out of body. Dude, this is so long. Well, hey, what about that? Did you guys see that video of that kid did about that hole that the Russians dug in Siberia? Did you guys see that video about that basically drill hole that the Russians dug? Basically, they got 12 kilometers deep into this cavern and into the ground, right? The Russians. It was an experiment. They just wanted to see what the Earth's crust consisted of. So they went 12 kilometers deep, and they got into this cavern. And this cavern was so hot, they figured some sort of, it was like lava in there. And it would basically started chewing up all their boring equipment. All of their the drilling equipment. But so they pretty much were at a standstill. They couldn't restart. They couldn't go around it or anything. They just did not have the means to get past this little pocket of lava. Okay, so they took a microphone before they left. One of their researchers had the idea. Well, let's grab a heat-resistant mic and send it down there and see what we hear. Right? Well, I'll share this or I'll duet it on my page. This the sounds on this, and you can find it on YouTube. Type in Russian borehole in Siberia and type in the sounds, and it'll come up on YouTube. Basically, they send this mic down there, and you guys, the screams that you hear on this recording, it sounds like people being tortured in HE double hockey sticks. And it was disturbingly sick. It was disturbing, dude. I didn't even know what to think of it, to be honest. It was absolutely disturbing. I found that on Antarctica the other day. I thought it could kind of resemble a spaceship or a pyramidal structure of some sort. See the three right here? See the face? To me, I don't know. I don't know why I thought it could look like a spaceship. Yeah, dude, it was disturbing. I urge you guys to go check it out, for real. I urge you guys to go check it out. Yeah, see what you guys think of this, though. Here's the lat longitude. I swear to God, dude. It's just or it's a structure of some sort. It's intelligent design. I don't care. It's at least a pyramid. Look at the shadow. You guys, I'm going to start doing lives on some of the stuff I find on Antarctica. You'll like that. I find some crazy shit. I showed my boy that dude I was telling you guys about. That was like holding a turret. Yeah, for real. That's over by the Bering Sea. And you can see it plain as day. But yeah, this is definitely pyramidal. Look at the shadow. Look at the shadow it casts. That tells the story. Perfect triangle. And then I don't know what they got going on the backside here. But yeah, crazy stuff. Okay. I'm not going to be able to get... I'm not going to be able to get any pictures for you on the Buseji Mountains. What are those? Nope. This one was weird. I posted it. I never get no love on my Google Earth videos that I try to put on TikTok. It's just the way it is. I never get any love on them. So, I honestly, like, do you guys remember all those Google Earth accounts that were killing it on TikTok and now they aren't? They're all of a sudden gone. But anyway, you can see the face right here for one, whatever the heck it is. The mouth and the eyes up there. And then it's like an entrance. It's like a cave. But if you look down here, right there, right there, you see it? It's something in a kayak, and it's really little. And if you look closely right here above it, you can see the image. I wish I could zoom it in, because if I zoomed it in, you'd really see it. You can see the face right there. And then whatever this is on a body of water or something like that. And it looks like a little freaking alien dude. Looks like a gray in a boat. Yeah, it did. It had an octopus carved on it. Absolutely. God dang it. Why do I keep hitting power? Yes, dude. That's what I was saying. Like, I want to know. I want to say, like, there's probably a really good chance that these beings brought octopus here. What sucks is, you guys, since they've been here, oh shit, there it is. Since these octopus got here, or since these beings got here, octopus, since them beings got here, they've been picked on and cast out. We've treated them like crap, I guess. Standard human practice. Alright, guys, I'm going to show it to you. I found it. You see it? Do you see it? See his arm? He's swole, y'all. See the face? With the hood? Face? Arm? Other arm? Gun. This is actually in the sea, underwater in the Bering Sea. Look at it. I mean, I hate to tell you guys, but that's a structure underwater of something. It looks like a soldier. Look at how, like, the detail and the muscle, you know, and then he's got something around him, and it looks like he's holding it. I mean, they're huge. Oh, dude, they're huge, bro. These structures are amazing. We don't even get it. We don't even fathom it. Yeah, I found this under the water, you guys, over by the Bering Sea. It's actually in the fault, like right in the fault surrounding it. There you go. Hey, whatever you guys see, it don't matter. If you see more of a pharaoh or something, it don't matter. It's all subject to scrutiny and opinion. But, fam, what is making these freaking structures? Huh? What is making these? Dude, I hate to tell you guys, hey, feel privileged because, dude, you see it here first. I discovered this. Alright? Nobody's ever pointed this out. And there's a lot more than that, y'all. There is a lot more than that. You heard it here first. If somebody ever points that out, to me, it's like, is that an Atlantean, you guys? Is that an Atlantean? I mean, yo, like, dude, do you see the gun? And if you actually, like, the gun right here, and see that around his shoulders, okay? Because it's a badass gun, obviously. But that right here, oh, like, in real life time, okay. Like, do you see how it's like round at the end right here, you guys? Almost looks like a satellite, possibly. Like a satellite with a little ball. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like electricity. Bam, dude. It's a ray gun. It's a freaking ray gun. Yeah, Chippewa. That's right. It's a ray gun, y'all. It's a ray gun. We don't even understand. You guys, I better quit talking about it. I'm going to get canceled. All right, we're moving on. All right, so these little suckers. Look at these guys. The dropas. Haha. They're kind of cute. Little big domes on them and stuff. But yeah, this is where it was in the Bayankara Ula. You guys, when I'm looking at some of this stuff, I got to really, really learn how to pronounce the names of shit. You know what I mean? They're like minions, yeah. They're cool. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. God, I wish I had some pictures so bad of the Buseji stuff, you guys. Dang it. It's just so old that it's back further than I can go, I think. Oh, no, wait, hold up. Hey, just real quick, can you guys see the pictures as I'm looking at them? Will you guys tell me about if you can see them? Be honest with me. I know, right? Gnomes, for real. Duendes. You can see the pictures as I'm looking at them? All right. Not that I have anything like real bad or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's, you know. Yeah, this guy, of course, nah. You dick. Yeah, it's alright. I don't know. Let me see. Can you guys see that? Mostly it's just, you know, the stuff I research, but God, the Buseji Mountains are way. Okay, so this is some recent Buseji stuff. Alright, here you go. There's the one of the Buseji Mountain right there. See the structure? See the symmetry? See the symmetry? It's grand design. Look at the middle. Oh, look at the middle right here. Pew pew. See that? See the face? More faces? Face. It's grand design. I know I'm a little zoomed in on it, but yeah, it's just basically it's you guys. I hate to say it. I know I'll find a better picture than that. That is a bad picture, but I'm gonna say, guys, like a lot of our mountain ranges that we think are just natural. I hate to say it, they're not. I think they've been like designed, even made. In a whole scheme. So right here we have boom, there's a picture of one. See, it zooms them in like crazy, y'all. Dang it. It zooms them in like crazy. Okay, hold on. Okay. There's the cavern. Okay. We'll talk about the 33 too eventually. Continents. Crystal skulls. Marilyn Monroe. Have I talked about the Bermuda Triangle pyramids too? Go. Yeah, some of the stuff I've found on Antarctica, guys, would just freaking blow your minds. Where are we at? Buseji. God, I must have shared that story forever ago. Lady. Wait, no, it was after that. There we go. Crap. Oh, this is cool. Real quick, guys. That's from Mars. You see it? Head. Wing. That's a pterodactyl. That was on Mars. I found it. Isn't that crazy? Bucegi. It's Bucegi. I believe I believe easily that Antarctica could be Atlantis. Yeah, that's a pterodactyl, you guys. Crazy, huh? God dang it. I hate how it resets it every time you take a picture. Or every time you want to. Okay, one more from Mars real quick just to show you guys. Pow. Zoomed in, but that was a dragon. See the wings? Tail. Feet, and then its head is in front. I'm telling you guys, I found some shit. I found some stuff, y'all. Like stuff that most people can't even begin to fathom and don't want to. I'm fascinated by it, though. I live for this stuff. I live for it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Dude, I'm in like super discover mode. Like, I just want to discover. Check these out. These are in Antarctica. See those? Those are definitely pyramids. But also, when it thaws, you're going to see it's going to be some sort of creature. See the tail? I'm telling you. I'm going to check out Mud Fossil on YouTube, fam. I don't get no love for these videos, though. But those are obvious to me. That is obvious, intelligent design, guys. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's obvious. I mean, some people want to just discredit you and say you're crazy, but they just mad. They just mad. Okay, real quick, I want to show you guys I'll show you one more anomaly I found on Antarctica. I could have swore I took a good picture of the one. Right here. Bah! Oh, you can't. Yep, you can kind of see it. It didn't center it very well for me. See his mouth, nose, brow, chin. All over Mars, you guys. All over Mars. They tried covering most of them up, but you can't do it all. That was on Mars Earth. Google Earth Mars version. This is subject to scrutiny, and it is for entertainment purposes only. Just so you guys know. Subject to scrutiny and for entertainment purposes only. Good stuff, though. Oh, this one was one of my favorites. It seems like nobody can ever see it. How do you not see the rhino there? It looks like the rhino from Turtles. Do you guys see it? One thing I've noticed, you guys. Is with these structures that you see on Google Earth, you gotta back up. Okay? And you don't want to look at you don't want to zoom right in on that mountain. You need to back up and look at the whole picture. Like back your vision up. You see the horn? Horn. Mane. See the eye? What eye does that look like, you guys? What eye does that look like? The Egyptian eye? I forget what they call it. One of you guys know. That's the eye. And there you go. Pew, 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 mouth. Horus. The eye of Horus? Yeah. Check it out. Doesn't that look just like it? Eye of Ra, Horus. Cool. Eye of Horus, okay. What does it represent? See, you guys are teaching me. Do you guys see the rhino, though? If you take a look and include the snow. Crazy, huh? The all-seeing eye. Okay. Okay. That's the actual all-seeing eye. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm glad you guys are sticking around for my shenanigans anyway. I love you all. I would show you one, but man, I don't want to touch. I'm scared to touch on that. So right here, alien. That's the alien from Alien vs. Predator. See the mouth? Teeth? Pew, 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 pew. What up, Kiki girl? Why, what? Show it, sorry. And there's something down here, too. I ain't quite figured out what it is. Ooh, I got something really cool to show you guys. This is really cool. This is one of my favorites I've found in Antarctica, actually. God, that's definitely a throwback. It was one of my more interesting discoveries, though. It's really cool. It's like how, I don't know, I just don't understand how more people haven't found this stuff. Okay. God, I know it was quite a ways back, though. Oh, man. All my Google Earth stuff, man. Hold on, I want to find that one, though. Right. Oh, where is it? Come on. It's gotta be right here. It's pretty cool. Come on. How's that missing? Shoot. That's getting too far back. Dang it. I missed it. Oh, right here. Boom. See it? You can see the outline in the background a little bit, but it's covered in snow. You see the neck? Head? Face? And look at wing. Pew. Dragon. Dragon. It's a dragon. That's a big one there, right there. That's a huge one. And this is like almost like, it looks like it's almost, I don't know what it almost looks like it's pointing. Yeah, you can see it's like a wing. Look at, or it could be the tail. That's arguable. I'll give you that. I figured it was the wing, but it could be the tail. See, that's what's kind of, this one's a reach, but dude, you can see it. I mean, it's something designed. Some people say it's a reach, but I just like that one because of its, so, okay, guys, this one's crazy, and see what you think. This is the last, I'll quit messing around with it here in a second. But this is crazy. This one, I swear it, you guys. I swear it. I swear it. People like, people always just want to discredit you, though, right away, you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. If you make any significant discoveries, I mean, some of the stuff is just insane. So I found this the other, and it's so it's right by, it's it's on Hart Island. It's on Hart Island. It's a frozen island just off of Antarctica's coast, probably a few hundred miles. It's quite a little ways away, but Check it out. And what's more is, here, I'm going to get on this side. I'm like sweating. It's hot in my, I need to turn on my AC. Just observe for a second. Oh, shoot, though. I hope it doesn't ruin my connection.